actually genuinely forget that people are listening.
This is good.
No, it's a really good cup of tea.
It is good. It's really good.
Yeah. No, but
Stir this with your cock.
I did stir
Really
I
good.
did stir with my cock. It hurt a little bit. No, do you know what? Like, if we are talking about tea,
We're not.
no, we are. You don't make it with love.
I do. I'm normally rushing around.
No, you do. You do me like the vicar's been round, like drunk some of my tea, like half a cup. I get half a cup of tea. You need to invest more in this relationship.
What's that, Luce? Why do I need to invest more? I
just
give you everything.
Make tea.
Give you everything.
Make like so. Kerry doesn't make any effort with making me a cup of tea.
Karen does neither.
Yeah, and there, I suppose it's like I don't make that much effort to go to Lakeside. like it might be similar.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Today it's been full on. It's a gorgeous sunny day. So today we're recording this on the Wednesday because I'm going to say that by the time this goes out, Wednesday will be easy to remember because it was the day where it was sunny and warm.
Yeah, it's the 25th.
It's gorgeous.
Of
the
February.
Feb.
Yeah, and
it's a gorgeous day.
15 degrees.
I went down. I had to go to chiropractor this morning. That's how my day started. And I walked down in shorts and a t-shirt. I was like, this is mental.
That is wild anyway.
I saw other people like jogging.
15 degrees is not that warm.
But it feels warm when you've been so cold.
No, it does.
It feels like I'm thawing out. It feels like I've come out of hibernation.
Well, this is the first day I haven't got a convertible, but like I've had my sunroof open. First day.
Well, how do you do that then? Tin opener.
What do you mean?
Took the top off with the tin opener.
No, I've got a panoramic sunroof.
What did you just say? I haven't got a convertible. I haven't got a convertible, but you got a sunroof. Because you said because it's the first year because I haven't got a convertible, but I took the roof off.
No, I didn't. I said I opened the sunroof.
Okay.
Didn't listen to me.
No, because I was thinking of the gag of the tin opener. yeah,
right. So chiropractor.
Yeah, no. So I went there, and he's not just content with like cracking on my back and knocking me about a bit. Now he's resorted to putting needles in my back.
Well, like acupuncture.
It's not. It's called dry needling. It's actually really clever.
Dry needling. That sounds like some fucking erotic sex.
It's not erotic. It's definitely not erotic. If this is how you're doing foreplay, you're doing it wrong. Well, if you're stabbing Kerry with needles before, it's wrong.
No, but think of it. So if I said, I tell you what, me and Kerry had a fucking brilliant weekend. I've done some dry needling. What would you think?
Yeah, I would think that sounded quite... I'd be like, what's dry needling? No, dry needling is
not fun.
I've got a big knot in one of my, I don't even know what they're called, traps.
Vertebrae?
Traps. So when he puts his hand in there, when he puts his fist in there, I'm like, fucking hell, this hurts. And he went, oh. And then he realised it was locked. Apparently, I'm quite tense. Yeah. And it locks everything up.
So you've just got this like one angry muscle.
No, what this
like
does...
a Tottenham fan going...
Oh, wow. Well, it's like a Watford fan at the moment. So what it does is he puts the dry needle in and it does a minute little bit of tissue damage, like minute pinprick tissue damage. So then all the blood and everything rushes there to try and fix it. While it's doing that, it releases the muscle. Because it goes, oh, hang on a minute, you're a bit tight.
Still sounds like it.
Yeah. It does actually feel better today. Actually, for the first time, I'm like, oh, I feel a bit freer.
I'm going to get myself some dry needling, mate.
Get some dry needling done, yeah. And next time you go anywhere, you go, do you do dry needling?
It doesn't sound like... Because, funny enough, exactly where you just pointed at in your back. Are we talking here?
Yeah, inside. Well, if you put a tennis ball on it would be fucking agony.
Yeah. So it's like I try to click it, it never will click.
Yeah, that's right.
So
He did manage to click mine today, and it felt like a machine gun had gone off in my head.
Okay.
It was a nice feeling,
so
but not a nice feeling.
Dry humping.
Go chiropractic.
A bit of dry humping.
Go
chiropractic. Not dry humping.
I've got a voucher.
Needling.
I've got a voucher.
Have you?
I can get you some sorted out, like dry... I've got a voucher for dry needling if you're interested.
Fuck it, I am in, mate. I am in. Have you got a voucher? Have you really got a voucher?
And you got one near your house. The one I used to go to near your house. River View or something.
Where I'll go.
Near where the poker tournament used to be in that snooker hall up the road from there. The river centre, Vange.
It doesn't matter how many times you say
It's
it.
really
Now,
good.
I don't know where
it's really good. We're not live, are we now? This isn't the podcast. I've forgotten. Have we started yet?
I don't know.
No.
Joe, have we started?
No, we haven't yet. Hello, Joe.
No, we haven't, no.
Oh, this will be on YouTube, though.
Are you still a what? Like, where the fuck are you?
Have you moved to Bournemouth? Do you live there now? Is that your new residence?
No, I'm back next week. And yeah,
I'm going to not pick you up next week. You know you're going to be at your house and you're going to go...
I'll be just on my doorstep crying. Like, where is he?
Baby, where the hell is my producer?
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, I saw something really cool on the old. You've seen the internet, haven't you?
I've heard about it.
Oh,
I've not
fucking
seen it.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's on your phone. And
Which
they
is
call it
mental
Safari
when
on
you
your phone.
think about it.
Yeah, it is mental. It's on your phone. There's a video of this woman. So she's just got married. She's all brided up. She looks amazing. She's got all her bride stuff on, looking great. And then she went to the wedding reception. So all the people are sitting there waiting for Mr. and Mrs. Robinson or Brooks to walk in.
Yeah.
And she walks in on her own with a bouquet of flowers. And then the DJ, baby, where that's my husband? And he's at the top balcony.
Oh.
Big dance routine, mate. It's sick.
Brilliant.
It's so good.
That sounds good.
It's so good. Anyway, it's the A to Z of Men, and we should start recording that, if that's all right. Which camera on that one, Joe?
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the A to Z of Men. I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
And together we try to delve into the brains of a man, because we are them.
We are men.
We are the men.
We are men.
So how we think about things, we gather might be how other men think about things, because we're the same species.
Yeah, and we just blurt it out on a live forum.
Yeah, and that's how it works. So we go for an A to Z format. So we start with A, we end with Z. Not in one episode, it's over 26 episodes. And this season, our wives are choosing the words that we have to talk about on the A to Z of Men. Simple as that.
Simple as peas.
As your week, well, I'm not allowed to talk about that. That's a Patreon thing.
Oh, sorry. I haven't done anything all week. I've sat in a dark room.
We sat here. We haven't moved.
Yeah, you haven't moved. We just turned into mannequins. And then...
Guys, the Patreon last week, I think, was probably... Well, it wasn't as funny as the podcast, but it weren't far off it.
It was, do you know what? It was very funny.
It was the Patreon last week. Listen,
and and it feels like we're being a bit breaky.
It does, but it was really funny.
It was funny.
Joseph, who's our producer, who's still in Bournemouth, apparently. I think he's moved there.
You're a shocker. Yeah.
I'm stopping.
If somebody said, you sound like you're underwater, you're actually in the sea.
In the sea? No, I'm not in the sea. No.
What if somebody signed up to Patreon today thinking they've missed out on the last couple of weeks? Would they have access to that?
Yeah, well, that's the good thing, isn't it, about Patreon, is it's all backdated. You can literally subscribe now and see everything we've done exclusively.
You get weeks for free. What? Wow, that...
I think you could probably binge like maybe a couple of hours right now of Patreon content.
See, that's the good thing about binging, is when you get to binge. Like I binged Ted Lasso when I first heard about it. I know, and I binged the first, and I was like, oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. It was only Harry that went, there's another one. I went, what? And it was like new binge material that I could go for. I like that. And there's also something else I'm watching right now, and our American listeners will know all about this. It's a program called Police 24/7. So you know, in the UK we do Police Stop.
Yeah.
And it's so Mickey, who saw at the beginning, who was caught with 85 guns, 75 prostitutes, and enough heroin to give to the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
No charges pressed against him because, like, it couldn't find anything wrong with it. Yes, and that always happens when you watch the ones in the UK. That always happens.
24 hours in police custody. Me and Kevin are watching at the moment.
That's good.
Yeah.
But Police 24/7, which is Tallahassee in Florida, some places all over America, it's fucking insane.
Is it good?
Oh, it's every car they drive past, I'm convinced if they pulled that car over, they'll find guns and fentanyl. I guarantee it.
Wow.
Somewhere in the car,
Okay.
whoever, a little old lady, they pull over little old ladies and you're like, oh, fucking wraps of fentanyl, guns. It's crazy.
I might have to start watching this.
Police 24/7. The good thing is with the binge thing, me and Harry started binging it ages ago. It hasn't stopped. I'm on like episode 50 of season 2.
Oh, okay, so there's a lot.
Oh, there's, and I reckon I could go and revisit it, and it's still being done now.
You would know. No, you'd know.
I would know what happened.
You'd go, oh, fentanyl.
I love it at the beginning. They go, everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And they were like, no, they're not, because I've seen the guns and the fentanyl.
Yeah.
Definitely, they're
They're
bad
going to
people.
prison.
They all go to jail. Like, the thing with our one in the UK is no one ever seems to go. It's like, they didn't have enough evidence to press charges. In America, like they arrest them and they go, what are they going to do with him now? He goes, go to jail. They literally send him to jail there and then.
Me and Kerry watched one the other day.
UK?
UK. 24 hours in police custody.
Yeah.
But we're like, it was years ago. It was like 2016 or something. And this guy, so it's guys in his house and and two blokes turn up. And they're trying to get into the garage because they know he's got a bike and they're going to try and rob the house. He runs out after them. They jump on a motorbike. He follows them in his car, right?
Yeah.
Now, he follows them in his car. He's chasing them down the road. So he's obviously lost his mind a little bit. He's gone, breaking into them. He's got kids and a missus and that. So he hits them. He doesn't try to hit them. They even prove that he didn't try to ram him off the road, because at first they were going to do him for grievous bodily harm and all that, because they thought you've used your car as a weapon, blah, blah, blah. He hadn't. He had lost control because he was going too fast and he'd hit them, and they were in a bad way, these two lads that had done it, right? You won't believe. So what actually happened was he got prison time. They didn't. They got away with it, and because they hadn't actually stolen anything.
Yeah.
But they were trying to.
Yeah.
And they were like career criminals. He went to prison for 2 years, this guy.
Wow.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Watch the American one. You'll love it.
I will. Kerry will love it. Kerry if I go home tonight and go, Chris has said, she'll be very, very excited.
Yeah, because it's guns and that.
Yeah.
It's real. I mean, occasionally you get some gun ones in the UK, but it's normally they've got a truncheon out. The American one is like, it's like Police Stop with Jamie Theakston, but on steroids, or on fentanyl, in fact.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to get into the letter X for the A to Z of men, and we're going to do that next. A to Z of men for the letter X, and Joe will give us that word in just a second. Number 20 in Russia in the comedy podcast charts.
This is crazy.
That's what we're doing now.
This is news. I spoke to Chris the other day about something else.
No, you rang me, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I went, is that the co-presenter of the 20th biggest comedy podcast in Russia? And he went, no, it's not, is it? And I went, yeah, you are.
That's ridiculous.
We were 22 in the comedy podcast charts in Russia.
That's crazy.
Of all the places in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done Lebanon and Russia now. We're basically conquering the world. We just need more in the UK, as I've already said. Yeah, the UK would be good as well.
Yeah, we're doing well. Don't get me wrong. We're really happy, but the podcast is indeed growing, which is
Poland
amazing.
in the charts this week. What else was it, Joe? Spain was in the charts this week. Poland, Spain, and Russia were in the charts this week.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Thank you so much for all your Apple podcast messages. What do you call it? Reviews. And they're all over the world as well, because we only see the UK ones. But with the website I've joined, I see them whenever they come up everywhere. There was one in America. I'll print it out for next week and I'll give it a mention next week, or maybe on the bonus episode this week. We get some really good reviews as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
And they really, really help us as well. And you can do that just on the Apple Podcast website. Okay, Joseph. So letter X, did you get a word from the ladies in the end?
Well, yeah, see, this is an interesting one. I think you two are going to be outraged this week.
Why?
I think you're going to be like, right, let's dock their wages, because they've cheated.
How have they cheated?
Well, they've insisted that we go with a word that doesn't actually start with X.
Well, we've all done that.
Yeah. I mean, through the ages, this letter has been tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I once famously come in with X-ray vision.
Yeah, that does begin with X.
Yes, it does, but what's shit?
As does EXO.
Yeah. We could have spent put it this way, we could have spent the entire podcast talking about how little you know about xylophones.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Xenophobia. We can do what they have said you should do, which is extra.
Beginning with an E.
No, but you know what?
Unless you're on Radio 1.
I'm not outraged, actually, because I think... Okay, so they've cheated a little...
Extra what?
Well, so the way I would think it is extra, as in like talk about whatever we want. It's like a extra episode within the episode. So literally, we can just go through whatever we can talk about anything in the world.
So no guidelines.
Well, I don't know. Have they given guidelines?
Not really. No. I mean, I would interpret
It is a
it
bit
as
lazy.
if you've got any unfinished business with this season, because you've got to think these words are going into the vault, and once we've ended this season, that's it. We can't ever talk about them again.
That's true. I just feel like it is quite lazy. It's like they haven't. It's not. This isn't what. It's like if Karen said, "Have you done the dishwash?" and I've gone, "You did say that. I folded the towels up instead." It's like I don't. It's yes, I've kind of done something. I haven't actually done what you asked me to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a little bit lazy, but let's not. Let's not worry about it.
Well, I suppose we've got extra anyway because we were supposed to do X, Y, Z as one episode, but apparently Y and Z are both equally as good words. So
I've done them. Okay.
Okay, so is there any words that you want to go back and have a revisit on? Not the sad ones.
No, I mean...
Actually, no, I'm going to start.
Yeah, go on.
I'll start with the sad one.
Okay.
When we talked about child loss and I talked about Bobby and how I felt at that time, I think 2 or 3 weeks from that episode, because it felt really raw at first. It was really, really raw. I cried.
You had a cuddle, didn't we?
Yeah, I had a little cuddle. But I felt lighter after doing that podcast with and the love that I got from all of you guys from emails and social posts and stuff was mind-blowing. I was like, oh, wow, it really felt amazing and read some people's stories that didn't want to be aired that had gone through a similar thing as what me and Karen and our family had gone through. And it kind of makes you feel less alone, which I think was the idea of the podcast in the first place, not necessarily for me, but for people listening to the podcast, that if you hear us talking upon a subject that you suffer with, whether that be sort of social anxieties or whether it be body dysmorphia or whatever it is, if you hear us talking about it, you go, oh, that's good. They feel the same type of things as I do, which now makes me feel normal and part of a circle of friends. Well, it kind of worked the opposite way for me because that's how I felt after doing the podcast, listening to other people's stories and going, because do you know when something like that happens to you, it's such an insular feeling. You think me and Karen are the only people in the world that could possibly understand what we're going through now.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd talk to you and I would cry on your shoulders and you'd be amazing and you'd talk to me about it. You even wrote me a song about it. It was amazing. You were such a good friend at that time. But I would also know that you wouldn't necessarily know exactly how I was feeling because you couldn't.
And what I love about this podcast and what I want to talk about is that sort of thing. Like, so this podcast has evolved so much over the seasons.
Yeah.
I think when we set out to do this podcast, we didn't set out to say anything profound.
Yeah.
We didn't set out to even mention mental health or men's, that men don't talk. We didn't think that not that we didn't think we had that in our locker, because we knew we're quite deep human beings as people.
Yeah.
Aside from the podcast, but I love where this podcast has come. And someone, I was listening to another podcast of that, Shag Married Annoyed, and they was actually sort of saying they're really happy that their podcast hasn't got the mental health element, because lots of podcasts have now, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a little bit wrong, really, what was said, because the way I look at our podcast is we're a comedy podcast. And we make people laugh, hopefully. We make people laugh through the years. But there's a seriousness to it as well, which come from absolutely nowhere. And then I feel that at some point during this process, we made a decision to, I think when we done mental health on season 1, we went, fucking hell, that was really, really powerful. And where we've delved into things like, we've spoken about cancer, we've spoken about, aging, we've spoken about...
body dysmorphia.
Body dysmorphia, losing your hair. All of these things that men don't really talk about. And if it is exactly what we've said, the journey started with the inner workings of a man's mind. Now, that can be the silly or the serious,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And I love that you was able to speak about Bobby openly, emotionally, let yourself go. And I feel that this is a real safe haven, this podcast. I feel like it's almost a little bit like therapy every week when we do one of those episodes. But even when we don't, I come here, at the moment, I've got loads of downtime, right? I don't do anything in the week. You know, I potter around the house, tidy up, I go and have a game of pool or whatever. I just keep myself busy. I like to be busy, right? When I come to do the podcast, if we have an episode where it's really light and we laugh and we joke and we absolute dickheads and we chat absolute shit about anything, right? Yeah. I leave lighter because we've had a right good laugh. You're the best mate, so it's nice to come to see you anyway, right? But to be doing what we're doing here, but then also when we have one of those episodes where we go, oh, well, they want to talk about death. Oh, excellent, right? And we allow ourselves to go into it. And we really have, we've shared far too much for our wives' sakes in terms of stuff and sex and stuff like that. And I can't let my kids listen to podcasts because they'd probably want to fight me. But we've also, we've been vulnerable enough to share that sort of stuff. And of course you'd feel lighter because even though me and you are the type of we're the type of geezers. Yeah, we're the type of geezers that we are the type of geezers that will talk to each other and go. Not always. Now there's been times where I've had stuff on my shoulders or my chest, and we haven't had time for me to tell you about it. So I carry that burden on my own. And then there's been times where you've done it, and there's definitely been times when Karen has texted me, and Kerry has texted you going, he needs a beer, he needs an arm around the shoulder, don't know what's going on with him at the moment, he's a little bit lost, a little bit but right. And we've had those moments, and that little gentle push that the girls, which is brilliant, brilliant that they know that if Karen texts me and goes, he needs a hug.
Yeah.
She knows I'm not going to go, what a prick. She knows I've got you, right? Yeah. And vice versa for Kerry. And I love the fact that they've got that relationship with us.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. But I just feel like you're going to be lighter if you can talk about and open up. And one person messages saying, oh my God, I love how open you two can be in the pod. I love it. I love what we do.
We get quite a lot of stuff we can't read out because you share personal stories with us and ask not to be named. So we decide, do you know what? We just won't put that on the podcast. And it's lovely. And especially we talked about the Bobby episode, which for me was obviously a really personal story, and for Scott, because Scott was part of that world that I was in at the time as well. But I think where you get podcasts like Shagged, you talked about, you know, I'm glad we don't do mental. We try and do comedy and mental health. I honestly think that comedy is the way to deal with mental health.
Yeah, do you?
Look at my hero, Ricky Gervais. Look at The Office. There's mental health bits in The Office. His relationship with Finchy when he finds the girl of his dreams at the end of the episode. Gareth and the way Gareth is. The love story between Tim and Dawn. The Office has got some really powerful moments in it. And then he explores more on that with Extras. And the end of Extras, where the failed celebrities or the celebrities that have the shining light is dwindling, they go on to Big Brother and the mental health that comes with that. Then you look at Afterlife, actual mental, the actual loss of a loved one. But it's mixed in with comedy. That's probably one of the funniest programs I've ever seen.
It's his best work.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And I watched it really, really close to losing Sue, Kerry's mum, and you know I love Sue like a mum as well, you know. And I watch it, and I remember going, "Oh, I don't know whether Kerry can watch it yet. I don't know whether she's ready to watch it." And then eventually, I said to her, "I don't know whether you'll ever be ready actually to watch it." I said, "But I do think it will do you a favour." And she watched it, and she did love it. She loved it, and we don't watch loads of it. Like we watched Corrie and we don't, but like once we can get into something that we both like, I love it. I love sitting down and watching, you know, when you binge watching something with your partner, it's amazing. And Afterlife was incredible. And that is comedy
it's
and
it's really
and
sad.
real loss. Like,
Yeah, he's lost his, and it's not just his wife, is it? I mean, it's his life.
yeah.
She was everything to him, and he's got the dog, which is the only thing that's keeping him alive.
Yeah.
But then you see him kind of deal with it, and he gets better. But he's in his core is funny.
Yeah.
Even where he's throwing a brick through that windscreen of the car who doesn't stop at the zebra crossing. That's
Brilliant.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because we all want to do it.
It's hilarious, but also you can see the group. Like, he's like, I don't care. I don't care if that guy gets out and beats him up. Don't care.
But he got mugged, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he just stood there.
Fuck off.
He went, fucking, I do what you want. He said, I don't want to be here anyway. And they didn't know what to do.
No.
But it's funny because it makes you question it. But I love the way that he's done that, and he's done that pretty much through every season. I mean, The Office, people just say is just a comedy. It's not. I think there's some real life lessons and life stories in The Office, and especially relationship-wise as well. And I think he just explored that with extras, and then with Afterlife really brought, and Derek as well, really brought it to the forefront and showing that people do deal with mental health through comedy. And one of every comedian I think I've ever heard talk says a lot of their comedy comes from a place of mental issues going on, and they use the comedy to mask the, I do that. Well, you do that. I know you do. We all do it.
Massively.
When you're really funny, I'm like, oh, fuck, what's the matter with Scott?
Yeah. Well, no,
why does he keep cracking jokes?
No, because what it is, at that point, you are almost a caricature of yourself. You're trying to escape your worries and the woes of whatever's eating you up at the time or whatever, and everyone goes through shit, and but unfortunately for some people they don't know how to talk about it, or they haven't got a platform like this, lucky enough to have a platform like this where we can talk about it. And something that happened the other day is, do you know what, I'm gutted that I can't remember who asked me. It was someone I loosely know. It wasn't someone that I know loads. They just said to me, oh, I listened to your podcast. I was just meaning to ask, how's Steve? And
wow.
Yeah. And I went, Steve from
season 3,
episode 1, we done alcoholism, and Steve was
addiction,
addiction, and he was very, very brave, and he come on, and I was like, do you know what? That stuck with him. That was a long time ago, and I was like, he's really well, because he was round the other day because he was doing some more work in my house. And I was like, he's doing really well. That
was a great episode.
Yeah, he's
I
still
listened back to that recently.
He's still sober. He's smashing it. He's just about to get married. So like if you don't know what episode, I think it was season 3.
Yeah, you have to go back to it. Season 3, episode 1, and it was addiction. And instead of us talking about addiction, because we're not really, I vape, and what are you addicted to? Nothing.
Well, I drink, but I'm not. I wouldn't call it a...
Well, that was part of the conversation, wasn't it? Of how close are you to being alcoholic? I mean, it was actually a really open conversation, but we decided to get somebody in that we, Scott knew, and I've met through Scott, who was literally addicted to alcohol and drugs and all sorts of stuff. And this guy was an addict and lost a lot. He lost everything.
Yeah, he lost everything. He's now getting married to the woman who basically said to him, no, unless you sort yourself out, we're done.
Yeah.
And they were apart for a long time, and he got himself clean. And he's a success story of that, and he was so, thankful that he wanted to come on, he agreed to come on and talk about it.
Yeah.
And even that, the fact that, again, I can't remember who it was, but the fact that was what,
somebody
2 years ago or something?
Somebody's then said, how's Steve? Yeah.
How's Steve? And I've gone, oh, wow. And then, we spoke about, let me try and say the word right. Prostate.
Yeah.
Prostate.
Yeah, prostate cancer.
Yeah, and we had Pete on, who was, again, really brave to talk about, what he's gone through. Fine, he's out the other side of it. He's doing really well. So, and if you remember, people, for both of those episodes and for mental health, across the board, people have actually emailed us in going, oh my God, love Steve's story. I'm now in recovery, blah, blah, blah. We had someone that checked themselves and found a lump.
Yeah.
We've had all of those things for a podcast which started because we were doing a radio show together. We used to do a podcast. We wanted to do a podcast. And we was like, the A to Z of men. What, we just talk about anything.
Yeah.
And it started like on a whim. We never thought. How many years have we been doing it now?
I know. It was...
Is it...
It was just after COVID, wasn't it? We weren't
We had
pre-COVID.
we had another podcast during COVID, didn't we? Which is called Chris and Scott's podcast or something.
I think it was the Big Drive Home.
It was.
I think it was the radio station podcast.
No, I think we had a Chris and Scott thing as well.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. And we done a couple of episodes. It was actually quite funny.
Yeah, and then we did the 3 show. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did an episode in lockdown. We did stuff in lockdown.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then straight after lockdown.
Yeah,
So it would have been in 2020. So we've been doing it for 6 years.
yeah,
So it's got to be in 2020, isn't it? We started it.
yeah. Well, season 4, 26 episodes. We did a Christmas special, which was my favourite.
Fuck you know.
My favourite thing. It's been.
What was it? Adam got
Adam, yeah.
absolutely wankered on the Christmas episode.
We've had we've had some real good episodes. This is my favourite season with the wives choosing the words. For me, I think this is my favourite season.
Do you know what? I like this. I like this season for lots of reasons. One, you know, our wives are involved, which is, you know,
Yeah.
'cause they're very involved in our lives. So why not sort of get
Yeah.
involved in the podcast? I like it, and this is not a lazy thing. I like it because I used to stress about getting a word,
Yeah.
and then sometimes wouldn't come in with the best word ever, and then
Or you were proper last minute at times.
well, yeah, but even that, and then I would have to worry about reading because I'd be like, you know, trying to have a bit of research. You was always better at the research, and you're better at reading because you can read. I can't really. But I like the spontaneity of hearing the word and going, oh, we're talking about that today.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when we're at our best.
Yeah, and I think also because they know the words that we'll engage with. So they know that if we talk about, you know, am I ever going to talk about Bobby in a public space?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Did Karen think I probably needed to? Maybe.
Yeah, you
or
did,
did
yeah.
she think that the podcast needed it to happen because other people would have been going through the same
I
thing?
think there's a bit of both there. I think she thought that this is a good place to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was good, and it was the right thing to do, and it worked, and you know, it made me feel lighter. And at least 2 or 3 people reached out to me privately, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay, it made a difference." And that's good. Yeah, what's been your favourite moment, Joe? Because you've been producing this is your first season, isn't it?
This is my first full season. Yeah,
You did the last season, didn't you?
Yeah, I started the last
featured on a few episodes. He was brave, wasn't he? He
Yes.
Come on and spoke about.
First featured on an episode, it sat on your lap.
He sat on my
which
lap.
was-
And we thought about the first thing that popped up.
My favourite moment on the podcast. Oh, that's a tough one.
What do you enjoy about it? What do you you always say
Cash,
to me,
the cash,
the cash, I imagine, yeah. But what do you look forward to? Which bits? What do you like? Is it the game we do at the end? Is it the word? Is it working with the girls?
No, I think that you know, you was bang on it, Scott, when you said about, like, you know, coming in. It doesn't feel like, you know, coming to work doing a podcast, like actually working on something. It feels
You never hear.
wow. It feels like you know, going to the pub and meeting up with your mates.
That's
like
what I
having a
like
chat.
about it.
Yeah.
It's such a, I don't know, it's a really interesting and unique environment that I don't think I've ever experienced anywhere else, where, you know, and it's all added to as well by our fans, like seeing people on Patreon and stuff that talk just as openly about their things as we do. That shows that that's not just a feeling I have from being in a room with you two. It actually is something that transcends on the podcast as well.
The openness of the emails we get is something that every time I read one, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of sharing. You know, if it's somebody from
But that's because
America,
we're
like,
sharing so much.
yeah,
They
exactly.
can-
It feels like an open
too much.
It feels really open. It feels like, oh, I can definitely tell these guys because I mean he's talked about piss jizz. So it's I think that's a really strong point. Is the letter the stuff we receive, which we go, correspondence of the week, and then this heartfelt, like somebody gushing their heart out.
But you know what is weird about this podcast? And it is something because it's so relaxed and because it's with you and because, you know, I'm with me mate and I'm just chatting shit. I do actually genuinely forget that people are listening.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
yeah.
are, and maybe, and I don't want to what do you call it?
Filter it.
Don't want to filter myself, but maybe I should. Because the reason why I say this is because when someone says to me at a party, say, you're in 5, blah, blah. I'm not apologetic for that.
Yeah.
Right? And when someone says, I love your radio show, I go, I'm not apologetic for that.
Yeah.
When someone goes, I love your podcast, I go,
I sink a little bit.
I do. I want to crawl under
What
a
was
desk.
the worst one that happened to me? Do you remember? I think it was Harry's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we went to the pub. We went to meet her parents.
Yeah,
And we all went for a meal. And she whispered to me, I love your podcast. And honestly, I'd never met her.
Yeah.
I was, and she may still listen now. And if you are, I hope you're well. I was just like, oh shit. Because she's meeting, so her daughter, her pride and joy, her precious little daughter has got a new boyfriend. This is Harry.
And her dad.
Well, he's going to turn out like his dad. Who's his dad? Oh, fuck, it's that guy I listened to on the podcast.
Talking
that was
about
awful.
pictures.
She was such a big fan. She loved the podcast.
But I think it is
Yeah, that was scary.
the rawness of it, and I mean, I've had some moments where Kerry's come home from work. I mean, one of the moments she came home from work and she said, "Scott," she said, you're gonna have to like tone it down. I said, "What? I said, I can't filter myself, blah blah blah." And she said, "No," she went, "No, seriously." She said, like one of the teachers, like one of her, like almost like the headmistress or something. I think
Like her boss.
Yeah, said, "Oh, listen to the podcast. Sounds like you had a good weekend." And like,
Oh, you would have been talking about the sexy times.
shagging and
Yeah.
yeah. And it's
Oh my word!
yeah. Basically, it was like I had said something like, "I'm as hard as a tiger."
That's right.
And
I think that was the name of the episode.
Yeah, and I can go 5 times, like 5
I
times.
think it was the first ever episode. I
Yeah.
think episode 8, season 1 is called I'm as hard as a tiger.
Yeah. And I'm basically talking about like, all weekend, blah blah blah. And Kerry was like, "I'm a teacher." I was like, "Oh God."
Yeah, that's quite full on. Okay, I think that was good. That was a good extra. That was a good bit of extra. I like that.
I enjoyed that. But yeah, again, we had like deep moments where we spoke about stuff.
Yeah,
It's just our minds are a little bit crazy, aren't we?
yeah, a little bit fucked up. Our minds are a little bit fucked up. But then we do talk about it. Prince William said something really cool this week. He was doing something on Radio 1 and he was talking to the breakfast show guy, Greg James, and he was saying about his mental... Did we talk about this last week on the podcast?
Sorry, I have to stop you there. I like the fact that you've just gone, the breakfast guy, Greg James. If you've never heard this story, Greg James is in radio, one of the biggest people in radio. And the sole reason that Greg James wanted to be on the radio was because of Chris Brooks.
He used to listen to me,
He
didn't
used
he?
to listen to Chris Brooks.
I think there's probably other reasons, like
Well, no,
not a real job.
But you were the. When he met you, he went crazy.
Yeah.
He was like a fanboy. Like, oh my God, it's Chris Brooks.
Yeah,
So
top guy. But he was talking to Prince William, and Prince William was talking about the fact that I think I did this on the podcast last week, but if I have, just ignore it. But he was saying about the fact that the hardest thing he deals with his mental health is that he can't help other people.
Yeah.
So he's in a position where people tell him their problems and he can't fix everybody. And all he wants to do is fix everybody. And he's saying, that's the biggest mental health problem that I've got. And I need to be able to get over that. So he's probably got other mental health problems this week.
I would imagine. Imagine he has.
Yes. So, A to Z of Men for the letter X is extra, and we've covered a few extra bits on the podcast. Next week, Y apparently is a good one.
Extra, read all about it.
We'll lock that in. So the episode X is extra. We know it begins with an E.
We know it begins with an E.
But, the Radio 1 people who we mentioned, the Greg Jameses of the world, they spell it XTRA.
Exactly.
So that's cool.
Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. We're
call on the street.
I mean, I'm dyslexic. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, actually, if we just don't say anything, it's extra, begins with X.
Yeah,
it's
extra.
fine.
It fucking should begin with X.
Extra, yeah. I mean, it literally is 2 words, isn't it? One word is X and then tra. So it should be extra. Why put an E in front of that?
Exactly.
I'm relieved because when I heard the word, I was concerned we were going to spend the whole episode talking about chewing gum, and I was going to run out of things to say very quickly.
Does
Really.
chewing gum begin with X?
No.
It's EX, isn't it?
No, but it's no airwaves.
Airwaves are the ones, the luminous green ones are the
They
ones.
are. They're the only. For me, don't care. They are the only chewing gum
Do you
worth
know
chewing.
what? Well, I don't know. Could you remember the juicy fruits? The long sticks of chewing gum.
Yeah, shit.
They're not shit.
No,
the yellow ones
no
were amazing. They
shit.
were, and then you'd always roll it up like a Swiss roll, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, but I'm not saying they're shit because they were good. But do you know why they're not good for me?
Why?
Because after about 10 minutes, it went really rubbery and had no flavour. Whereas, I'm telling you now,
Airwaves stay for a while.
Stays forever.
Do you know what?
Clears your sinuses, that.
Yeah, I got really, really into Jawbreakers for a while. Do you remember Jawbreakers?
Jawbreakers, I do,
just love Jawbreakers. And they sold them in the co-op, like a pack of 4. And on a Sunday, I'd go and buy like 4 packs of them and just sit playing PlayStation eating Jawbreakers.
And unfortunately, what a fucking loser.
Unfortunately, I'm not talking about my teenage years. I'm talking about like a couple of months ago.
What a fucking loser.
I love Jawbreakers. Because with the Jawbreaker, you get rid of that outer crispy bit. And then you test it and you go, it's not quite ready yet. And then you a bit more, it's not quite ready. And then when it breaks, the flavour that hits you.
You remember, you will remember, but it's going to, I think you've probably tried to push it to the back of your mind. Do you remember how I used to eat extra strong mint?
Yes, all the time.
Yeah. I got a problem with those.
Well, you don't eat them anymore.
No.
Did you have to wean yourself off them?
Well, no, because I don't eat sweets now, do I?
So that was easy.
I'm calling them a sweet, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine? We talked about Steve earlier. Can you imagine if while he was talking about his addiction to cocaine and alcohol, you went, no, I know how, I know how that feels. And it'd be like, yeah, so I was this. And then, yeah, no, I remember that. And you'd be like, and then he suddenly went, Scott, talk on it. What was your addiction? Was it women or sex or drugs or, yeah, so extra strong mints.
It wasn't even, it was the XXX ones.
Yeah, we should have done that as this week's episode.
Oh my God. I could have spoke about them for fucking...
They're mainly just sugar, aren't they? And mint.
Yeah. But,
there's not a lot else in there.
But have you ever tried it? And listen, try it. I've done it at the radio station once, do you remember? I put the whole pack in my mouth and then drank a pint of water through.
Yeah.
I put a pint of water through them.
Oh God. Yeah, I think I threw up.
Well, that was hurt.
And then I went, right, song's ending. You went,
I've got a craving. I might have to go and buy some.
No, don't.
Why?
Don't. Listen to episode A on the way home. You don't need the extra strong mints. X for a celebrity. We're going to struggle, I think.
What?
No, because it's X.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, I zoned out. I was talking. I was literally thinking about extra mint.
First name X.
Well, should we cheat and do E?
Yes. Let's do E.
Yeah, because
E.
Well, they did, so we may as well.
Ethan.
Eamon Holmes.
Eamon Holmes. Yeah, let's go with Eamon Holmes.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's me to start.
It's you, Joe, me.
Eamon Holmes. He likes calling people. That's Eamon phones.
Good. Eamon Holmes. He is trying to grow some flowers in his greenhouse. That's Eamon Domes.
Okay.
Eamon Holmes. He likes the treble and the bass. That's Eamon Tones.
Eamon Holmes. He's always whinging. That's Eamon Moans.
Eamon Holmes. He is up for lending. That's Eamon Loans.
Eamon Holmes. He likes ice cream. That's Eamon Cones.
Oh my God, you've just stolen mine. Eamon Holmes. He's always wandering around. That's Eamon Roams.
And then you've just done that to me. Eamon Holmes. he is always up for it in the bedroom. That's Eamon Bones.
Don't like that thought.
No, neither.
Eamon Holmes has different areas mapped out. That's Eamon zones.
Oh my! Fuck off! I was just gonna say. He's always on the tube. The Eamon zones. How the fuck? I was thinking this is so safe.
I'm in your head. You didn't think I'd get that one. I could have just won the game with that.
Eamon Holmes. Fuck off. That fucked me off. Fuck off.
Are you out?
He's out. Yeah, it's you.
Eamon Holmes, he has a exquisite taste in garden decorations. That's Eamon Gnomes.
Mine.
But good.
That's
Good.
literally what I was going to go with.
Good.
You're not competitive, are you? Remember?
Holmes likes an afternoon cream tea. That's Eamon scones.
Oh, fucking put it. Fucking great.
Yeah, no, you deserve it for that. I can't think of any more.
Hey! Taking that.
Gnomes was already like on the edge.
2 in a row on it. And then he nicked
because
mine.
I was thinking, oh, man, I've got it.
I just went through the alphabet and I ended up, because it was a big pause and I got to Z and I went, zones. I mean, no one actually said Holmes because he's Holmes.
Yeah,
so Holmes could have worked.
So I was trying to. I was going. I had Vomes and I was like, what the fuck's Vomes? Yeah. Good. Very good.
Okay, next week is the letter Y, and apparently it's a good word. Is that right, Joe?
It is. Both Y and Z are very, very strong words.
So have we decided?
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Have we decided that we're doing? We've got 2 more weeks. We're not doing.
Yes, because X, Y, Z would have been it. It would have been today. We would have wrapped the podcast. So we're going to do Y next week. Then we're going to do Z the week after, and then probably the week after that, if Joe's back from Bournemouth by then.
Yeah, he won't be.
We're going to do a live in this very studio. I want to try and work out, Joe. Can I give you a bit of homework, Joe?
Yeah. What do you need?
Can you work out how we can maybe get live, like some kind of live chat, so we can actually, so people can, like a phone in?
Well, it'd have to be Instagram, wouldn't it?
No, we should be able to do it on like Teams maybe, or like Zoom or something like that, Joe. With somebody, so we can actually talk to somebody through the mixer, because you'd be in the production room. You could definitely do a 2-way conversation, couldn't you?
We could try and figure out how to.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, that's your homework, Joe.
We just.
You want a live phone in? Krista Scott's live phone in.
That'd be so good.
That'd be good.
And then we can just take.
We need a kettle as well, remember? Because Scott needs to show everybody how to make a tea.
You've got to get a kettle in here. And then we can, if people.
Hang on, whoa.
What?
A kettle?
Mm. You're going to make tea. You're going to show everybody how to make a cup of tea.
Right, so I was getting offended.
And Scott, and you're making beans on toast as well,
No,
right?
I haven't got a grill in here.
I'll show everyone how to make tea. But
Make tea, yeah, you got to make tea.
We're going to have a couple of beers.
Yeah. We'll have a cup of tea to start while you make one, because that'd be silly to make a cup of tea and then throw it away.
Well, unless you're making it.
And then we'll get some like Guinness and stuff going on. Yeah, it'd be good. So grab a beer, put it in your diary, probably 3 weeks from now, and we'll do it on a Friday night, so no one has to do anything the next day. Yeah. Have a proper session, and we'll do it like
there's free cans for Chris.
7 o'clock at night when it's dark, and then
sounds good.
That'll be in a couple of weeks' time. Right, and if you want to be involved in that, and you've got something you want to talk on, maybe you're an expert on something, you're like, oh, I'd love to come on and talk about blah blah for 10 minutes. We go, yeah, do it on that one.
Do it.
So if you've got any of that, let us know, and we'll see you on Thursday for the bonus episode on the A to Z of Men. Have a great week.
See you later.